Hi Kiwi, alright, we are back at Hades 1, and today we're going to run the aspect of Zeus on the shield. We throw our special and it kind of hovers and does AoE damage. Now, I have run Zeus on the special a number of times, and it's proven itself very potent. Let's do something different. Today we're going to go for AtHeNa'S special and make a impenetrable wall of reflecting projectiles. We'll take 3 levels of extreme measures just to get that right away. Don't think I'm going to take underworld customs this time. Middle management is fine. Let's go ahead and take benefits package as well. That's 2. We'll take 1 level of tight deadline, and we're going to be hitting pretty rapidly, so damage control should be fine. Fine. 2 levels of damage control. We can deal with that, I think. All right, that is going to be our heat for this to get to 13 heat. Wish us luck. Here we go.
Well then, let's get to work.
The Elder Sigil shall never work for you, boy. Only a privileged few have unconstrained authority to traverse this realm, and you are not among them, I'm afraid.
I'm going to assume that that sigil is the shape of Hades' beard that we see everywhere.
Hold fast to your resolve, cousin, and climb on toward the surface. No matter how often your foothold falters, I am here.
So I think my plan for this build is we're going to take this AtHeNa'S special, if we were offered it. Athena, if you would kindly... Athena? I guess we'll take her dash for now, so we get the little bit of safety it brings. But anyway, my plan, in theory, is to get AtHeNa'S special, get Ares on the attack, and then go for Merciful End, and we'll see how strong that can be, because I feel like that would be pretty potentially potent here. But in typical Hades 1 fashion, unlucky starting boon. At least it's not a hammer. Not that a hammer would necessarily be bad, it's really that last run where we started with a hammer that was pretty funny, since I was committed to using dashes only and was given an option where I could physically not have any option to do so. Palm is kind of useless here. I guess we'll take the coin. I don't think Erebus is a smart choice here, since I don't really have the best mechanical control of this build yet, and I don't want to accidentally take unnecessary damage. And the shield knocks these guys away so far. Kind of need to practice kiting the shield into myself so I get the hits, but also hit the enemy with it too.
Shiny.
Oh my goodness, we're just gonna get a lot of coin. Well, hopefully we can afford something nice in the shop when we're finally offered something decent, potentially. Doing my best not to get hit by the traps. Knowing me, I probably will anyway. Alright, we'll take the mini-boss with the keys here, because I definitely have already proven that I need more rerolls. And hey, while AtHeNa'S dash won't carry us in terms of damage, it will carry us in terms of defense. Although I guess I do have shield bash, or the shield bash, which will block forward-facing damage should I choose to use it. And fun fact, you can in fact use it while charging up, or while your blitz disc is in the air, which is quite nice. Are we really gonna get Zeus? After all that pomp and circumstance about talking about wanting to run an Athena and Ares build, we're gonna get Zeus after all this?
Now, nephew, how about we put both our backs into this one, and see to it that you go farther through those depths than you have ever managed yet?
Alright. Well, the good news is we're not being offered anything of particular value here. I could take Heaven's Vengeance, since it's a nice juicy 150 damage, or I could take his cast. I guess I'll just take the cast, so it's a little bit of extra damage.
To my health.
It'll speed along Tartarus at least. Ooh, okay. Now this is tricky. Do I want the higher tier Ares boon or the higher tier Athena boon at this point? I think we go for Ares so we can lock him in, and then we can have the option of using his keepsake should we want it, or should we want more with him. Oh shoot, I'm running Stygian Soul instead of Infernal Soul. I forgot to switch. Well, I guess I wasn't expecting to use Zeus's cast, so that's fine. The reason why, for reference, the reason why I'm taking Stygian, I believe it's Stygian Soul. Forgive me if I'm mixing up Stygian and Infernal Soul as usual. But basically, the reason why I am doing this is simply because...
Here comes Boldy.
Fully got it.
5-second rule.
Is because it reduces the number of boons in the Hermes pool, because Hermes, when you have Infernal Soul, can give you 2 potential boons centered around your cast gem. With Stygian Soul, only 1.
You must know I often hunger for destruction, almost uncontrollably at that. Though I am finding you are able to sate that appetite of mine.
Alright, Ares. Of course you're going to offer the special. I want your attack. So we're gonna roll and hopefully get his attack and watch. We're gonna get a special. Oh, ooh, epic attack. Excellent. Okay. All right, we'll gladly take that. And now, I think I'll take the HP here. We're sitting pretty well on coin at this point. I can definitely afford at least one boon in the shop if we're offered, and probably by the time I make it to the end shop, if we are offered a mid shop and I buy something, I'll probably be able to afford from there too. I hope. But having a little bit of Ares attack will certainly boost up our damage fairly substantially. And see now I can definitely afford 2 boons.
Transgressions are not tolerated.
Assuming we don't completely flub this, which I don't understand why I would, but you never really know with me. Sometimes things sound like they're gonna go perfectly, swimmingly well, and then something just goes horribly, horribly wrong all at once. Although I guess I will say, if nothing else, I have been pretty consistent, considering we are on a 27 win streak at this point, which is definitely far and away the largest win streak I've ever had in this game.
It's no use.
Useless.
Ooh, we got a nectar from that too. Excellent. Did it upgrade? It didn't upgrade anything in our core boon, so unlucky in that front, but nah, that's fine. Maybe I didn't pick it up? Did I not pick it up? I think I didn't pick it up. Oops. Huh. Well, that's what the go fast mentality in my brain has me do sometimes, I suppose. Oh well, we're still fine. We don't need that nectar. Though it would have been really nice on the attack. It would have made it do like 140 damage, I think, instead of 100. Which is a pretty sizable increase in damage, all things considered. But I think this will work very similarly to how the Merciful End on the Gauntlets work, where we get the dash, we get AtHeNa'S special, and then we just kind of... I guess maybe I did want Ares special then, because it would constantly be applying and then I could dash through them. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I will buy the darkness here. I'll skip the gems. They're not that many and it's not that exciting. And we're getting our first hammer. I don't actually know what hammer I would want on this build. Maybe the one that makes me do an AoE when I catch my shield back. Let's not talk about how many times I missed that single enemy that wasn't moving with my my attack there. Fortunately, the knockback effect on our attack does make it a little bit harder to reliably use the special, but I think it's just a practice sort of thing. Power Rush, attack hits twice but does not... Oh, well, would you look at that? I was complaining about how much our attack is knocking enemies away, and now I don't have to worry about that at all. Pulverizing Blow, your attack hits twice but does not knock foes away. Doesn't scale that well with Ares, since Ares will only apply once, I presume. But at least we'll do more base damage. Alternatively, I could take Charge Shot, but I don't think that's as fun.
Should work.
Alright, free HP or the shop. Let's go for the shop and see if we can grab ourselves another Ares or Athena boon here, because we want to stack up for their special if we can. Demeter. I don't think I want to fight Charon here. I feel like I will throw the run if I do that. Demeter. She doesn't really synergize amazing with this build, but it'll lock in our 4 god boon, so I'll take her. And watch, we're gonna take Rare Crop here. Watch it hit our special. It's definitely not gonna hit the attack. Just watch. Oh wow, it did.
Perks you right up.
Okay, so we're gonna have reduced damage for a little bit, but then we'll be hitting pretty chunky hits with our attack soon. Did I say special? I meant to say attack. Oh geez, that was just the mid shop. We're having a pretty slow Tartarus then. There's Chaos. I don't strictly know if there's anything I want from Chaos. I guess more damage on the attack isn't bad. Or if we get special damage, that could be nice too. I need to remember to toss out my cast every now and again, because even if it's not a whole lot of damage, it is damage, and if the Bloodstone gets caught in an enemy, they'll be taking increased damage. So this is the end shop. We will take the Chaos Gate here. It'll set us up pretty poorly for Meg, potentially, but I think we'll deal with it. I think we can deal with it just fine. What have you got, Chaos?
You are already back, and you are always welcome, son of Hades.
I am glad that they are our friend. Let's see. Cast deals more damage, more HP, attack deals more damage. Well, I don't want to lock myself out of special, and I don't really want to waste a reroll here, so we will take 29 less HP and gain 33 HP once it wears off. Seems to work. That's fine by me. It's basically a free Centaur heart for us, and a little bit of extra survivability when we're dashing into enemies is fine. Zeus or Hermes? Why don't we take some Hermes here?
I can use this.
Attack speed, 30%, hyper sprint. I think we'll take one extra dash. That sounds really good for this.
There it goes.
Charon, I did talk to you, Charon. We're gonna skip Zeus here because again, as much as I would love him on the special, I'm trying not to do that this run. Athena just isn't letting us have... Oh, she's so close, Kiwi. She's almost able to say our name.
Do you remember me, Tisiphone? My name is Zagreus, Prince of the Underworld. Pretty close with Megara, I guess. Try saying Zagreus again for me.
Close.
Almost.
Almost indeed, yeah. So basically, I just want to keep the Blitz Disc on her at all times and tag her with my special, or tag her with my attack and cast every chance I get otherwise, just for the damage it brings. The Blitz Disc, the Blitz Disc does have pretty solid damage, all things considered. It's one of those things where it's a very high skill, high reward sort of weapon. I think the more you practice with it, the better it becomes over time. Oh dear. Having a little bit of trouble dealing with Meg's AoEs through all this, but we're managing just fine. The nice thing about Zeus's cast, I will say, is if you accidentally completely flub the shot like I did just there, it is pretty forgiving in bouncing off of walls to hit the enemy again. I am trying to reflect as much damage as I can to her with Divine Dash. We actually killed her with it, which is pretty funny.
Always disturbing.
Be nice, Zagreus. She's trying. As her sisters or Sisyphus have said, I forget who, but she's seen a lot of things. Dealing with the worst kind of the worst things humanity has to offer. All right, we're gonna take the Ares keepsake and keep rolling for Merciful End. Although we can't get it until we get Athena's attack. Sorry, special. So maybe I shouldn't have taken that until Elysium. I don't have anything I want to sell. We'll hold on to the cast. It's not amazing, but it'll fill in a slot and make sure that Zeus is still in our god pool, so that we don't have to worry about another 5th god showing up uninvited. Although I think we're locked into our 4 gods now: Demeter, Ares, Athena, and Zeus. Nothing to say? Okay. Let's see. Gems versus Chaos Gate. Is there even a choice here? We're taking that Chaos Gate. Heck yeah.
All right.
Hopefully some attack or special damage. Preferably special damage, I suppose, although attack, since we're hitting twice, will be quite nice.
In the name of Hades.
Aha, I rhymed again. More HP, higher rarity boons. It's gonna either be more HP. I don't want my chamber previews to be hidden because we're hunting for some very specific things. So I will take Slothful Favor. 41% less move speed at the cost is my cost. My benefit is after 3 rooms, 16% chance of new boons to be rarer or better. Now, do I take the Darkness here or the Palm? I think I'll take the Nectar because it gives us a Palm level. If it rolls onto the attack, awesome. If it rolls onto the special that we still don't have, also fine, I guess. But who knows, maybe we will eventually get our special. Again, right now my goal is probably just to try and get as many hits of attack off on these guys so that they can get the doom damage, because that's going to be the core of our damage right now, unfortunately. We don't really have much in the way of offensive prowess on these tankier enemies with a lot of armor. Alright, you can really feel that move speed whenever you're trying to walk even a small amount of distance. Like it's almost a half of our move speed we lost. It's 40%, but we're pretty slow and it hurts. Still well within limits, I think, for not being at risk of suffering tight deadline though, because we've got 11 minutes on the clock as it stands.
When?
Alright, Curse of Agony did get a level up. No, it got upgraded by...
No.
Do I want another Hermes here? Let's take Hermes so he doesn't show up anymore, because once we have 2 Hermes boons, the only chance of Hermes showing up again, I believe, is in a shop in Styx. Oh, hey, Thanatos. Excellent, that's more HP for us.
Thought I'd find you here. Your father's forces making trouble for you, Zag?
Yeah, more like chaos slowing us down, but we'll be stronger for it soon enough.
Yeah.
Would you kindly stop dodging? Alright, Thanatos is definitely going to get some kills here because we just don't have a very reliable way of dealing quick and steady damage. Well, I guess we sort of do. But if these guys are going to keep dashing away, I don't think I'm killing this before he does. Nope. Barely almost got it. I tried to push it out of the ring, but I don't think I can since I don't have the knockback on my attack anymore.
Don't waste this chance you have.
Just trying to kill them as fast as possible, I swear, Kiwi. It's just so hard. Okay, cool, we won.
That's enough.
Last thing I ever want to do is slow you down, boss. So enough chit-chat, now pick and go. Go!
Gotta go fast. Alright, special is faster. I don't actually know how that works for us. Attack is faster could be nice. I think I'll just take hyper sprint though. It's a little bit of extra survivability. Alright, what do we got next? Hi, Than. Ares or a shop, but there's a fish in this room, so we gotta find that first. Where is the fishy? Here to fishy fishy. Alright, so I could go for that next Ares boon and get some extra damage on the Doom effects, I suppose.
Think I've got one.
I like how the one boon that I set my mind on to get to like start the run, I still haven't encountered at this point. So Ares can give us some tier 2 boons that increase the damage of Doom effects, and I'm certainly interested in that. I forget if we need 170 or 180. I think it's 180 gold to afford a boon from the shop, so the shop is kind of not worth it here. We'll go for the Ares boon here and see what we get. If we are hoping for Merciful End, the one we want the most is most likely the one that makes it so your Doom takes longer to activate, but does like a pretty hefty % more damage. Whether we see that and how useful that will be early on when we can't benefit from it with Merciful End, we'll see. But I guess juicier hits on Doom are never unwelcome, I suppose. I think what I'm gonna want also, if I can get it, is if I do see a Zeus Boon, maybe I'll take it just for the hopes of getting Static Discharge or the Jolted effect, so we can use our cast to potentially get that effect on them, and not only will it give us a nice little bit of extra damage, but more importantly, it will make it so that we can more reliably get Status Privilege, the 40% damage increase for enemies having 2 curses on them.
Hello, Lord Ares.
Alright, cool. We've gotten all of our Doom boons at this point. Urge to Kill. I guess 13% more damage on our special is worth it. I'll hold off on using rerolls here just because until we get the Athena special, we're not really potentially getting the things we want. Again, we're aiming for Merciful End. We're not. It seems like we're not going to see it until Styx at this rate, but well, we'll see what we get. It would also be helpful if I didn't accidentally dash into the lava, but, you know, one can only dream so much. Somehow I forgot I had 3 dashes and just got surprised by that. The Blitzdisk does do a fair bit of damage. It's just a little bit inconsistent if you can't be near enemies reliably. Like these guys, I have to back off before they do their Slam Dunk explosion ability. And even then, we're definitely hurting for some extra damage. The reason why it synergizes so well with Zeus is because it hits really fast. It does little damage, but it hits extremely fast. Nothing here I want. Eurydice or HP. I think we'll take Eurydice. We'll hopefully find some increased rarity. We'll take her boon that gives us increased rarity, I think. Oh, they're together today. Excellent.
Hey, I know this one.
Hey, guys.
Hey, you're singing in the blood after all, Orpheus. Thank you for taking my request.
Oh, it is certainly my pleasure, Zagreus. This song of Eurydice's and mine, I've a connection to it, I suppose. Reminded me of some fond memories.
The memories of bringing Mom back to the underworld. Is a weird statement out of context. I've commented on this once before, but I really appreciate how when you're talking. Oh, actually, wait. Yeah, this is Orpheus singing, right? I mean, he's not singing anymore, but I appreciate that when you're talking to Eurydice, they like pause their voices, or when you're talking to whoever you're talking to, their voice is paused. Okay, this is definitely Eurydice singing, so I guess because we had the last bit of dialogue with Orpheus, that's why he's not singing here, but anyway. Next 3 boons have increased rarity. I think we'll take that instead of the random palm levels. Those high notes by Orpheus, I couldn't even approach those. It's impressive. Ooh, I like the little strings in the background there. Oh, it's so good. It's so good, Kiwi. They're such talented singers. I love this game, Kiwi. It's so cool to hear it in like an acoustic form instead of the big electric guitar kind of orchestral version that it had at the end of the game. Do I want to buy this Ares boon? I guess I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Dire Misfortune increases the amount of damage dealt when Doom is applied multiple times. It's only 14 damage, it's really not that much, and it's going to be kind of irrelevant once we get Merciful End, I think? But we'll take it, we'll take
I
it.
see you regrew your neck.
Toss out a Blitz Disc and let it do its job, except recall it immediately so it can't, oops. The Blitz Disc automatically retracts after a certain point. So I'm gonna just keep it on him as long as I can before he repositions. Because we have attacks hit twice on our attack, it's pretty easy to pop damage control, honestly. That's funny, I left Blitz Disc over there to kill one of the heads while I took out the other one. That's a lot of AoE things. Would prefer not to have those. Oh, ooh, barely dodged that. Made very quick work of that phase.
You and me, Severed Hydra Head.
I'm just trying to pop some Doom onto all of the heads and then dashing away to deal with the rest. Because I can't really handle these guys with them sitting on a giant pool of lava that easily, admittedly. Thankfully, I think that should take care of these two heads. There we go. And now the lava's all over there, I should be fine to just kind of AoE them down. Bailing out when I can so I don't get any extra hits, and there we go. Retract this, pop a cast. And I got hit by that at the last second. I can bail out pretty easily when I start seeing him charge up his neck attack, and there we go.
Till you reconstitute again.
In typical fashion, we still haven't found a single special boon from Athena. In fact, we haven't seen Athena since those first two chambers in Tartarus.
That blasted Hydra never takes my feedback.
What feedback have you been giving the Hydra, Hades? So now becomes the question of what should I take, and I think my answer is I'm just going to take something to like level it up at this point, because I don't think there's anything I particularly want. Palms are okay, but I think we're pretty strong as is. It's really frustrating that this only needs one more encounter to level up. I wish it was not that few, but I could justify taking it. I guess, why don't we take Harpy Feather Duster? It's our lowest level keepsake, and this seems like a good time to take it.
Any boons worth giving up?
Alright, nothing to sell. Another Chaos Gate. I don't know if I really need more Chaos Boons, but I'll take it.
Coin goes in, that comes out.
We're not really well stocked up on coin to afford a meta progression item in the Styx shop, so we'll hopefully be able to buy some fun boons instead. The coin that you get from Styx especially, but also
Nice and cool up here.
from Elysium while you're running through it, it adds up pretty quickly.
You know, if I was permanently dead, maybe I wouldn't mind all this.
We're gonna take the Chaos Gate because there's really nothing I want from Demeter at this point. Rare Crop was about it, and we already got that.
In the name of Hades.
Special does 80% more damage. Okay, I like that. Or I could do my attack deals 78% more damage. These are both really appealing, honestly, but I think I'll take the special because that's where the core of our damage should be coming from, and it makes up for the lack of a special boon.
I see no reason not to make it so.
I forgot what our... Oh, I can't use my cast. I take damage if I use my cast. That's our penalty right now, although this would be ever a very good room to have my cast, I suppose, although these guys die very easily if I just kite them into walls, so maybe it's unnecessary. Well, so far so good on this run, I suppose. Like, yeah, I'm gonna complain about not getting the boons I want, but the Blitz Disc is strong. It does a lot of damage in rapid fashion, and while it scales amazingly well with Zeus, it would probably be pretty good. I feel like any build where Zeus is good, often Dionysus would also be decent, because you want to apply hits as quick as possible with those two to either stack up the... Ooh. Mid-Shop and Patroclus already? What? Alright. Mid-Shop would be fun, because we could get Athena, but we have to take Patroclus. We're so close to rounding out this story, we need to.
I wonder if it's but a falsely ringing memory of mine.
His voice is very soothing, as depressed as it is.
I always wondered, sir, what was Achilles like? During his youth, I mean, if you can say.
How to describe what somebody was like? Everyone who saw him on the battlefield agreed he was magnificent, stranger. His allies and his enemies alike. But there was more to him, I think. A certain outlook, a sense of justice. I knew him before he was a warrior. Only reason I suppose I liked him.
Alright, we don't have any Death Defiances we need, and we don't have any major hurt on the HP, plus we have Harpy Feather Duster to get some HP, so we're going to take Cyclops Jerky and deal 60% more damage on our attack. Guess that makes up for the Chaos Boon we didn't take. Another Ares or a Hammer. I think we take Ares here, but I would really, really, really like to see Athena. Good.
You had again entered Elysium. At last.
Nice, Ares. Oh, right. Oops. Forgot about that already. I knew I'd forget that. So fun fact, the Blitz Disc travels about as fast as Asterius, so if you kite him properly, you can kind of keep him in it through his spin attack, which is kind of funny to me. We're just trying to deal as much Doom damage, because I think that's the bulk of our damage at this point. The Blitz Disc is kind of just doing whatever it wants. And that's also part of the reason like I wasn't that excited by an attack boon, or attack damage boon sort of thing, from either Chaos or the shop there. Oh, hello. Mainly because I think most of our damage from the attack is coming from the Doom effect, not the base damage of the attack. How much do you want to bet we're not offered a single Athena come Styx? We'll get like Zeus and Ares and that's it. This is definitely interesting, Asterius, although I would say it's a little disappointing too. But you know what? We were blessed by amazing RNG in the last run. I really can't complain if we have one run where we have bad RNG. We get those often enough, but I just noticed he has like a little metallic tail on his hip. That's cute.
I accept this message.
All right, Curse of Agony has officially reached heroic status. Battle Rage. None of these are terribly interesting to me. I guess I'll take Curse of Vengeance. Or do I want Battle Rage? It'll help us a little bit going through Styx, but I don't think it amounts to much. We'll just take Curse of Vengeance for the damage it gives. It's a little bit more damage overall. Alright. We still haven't even seen the Doom. Like, every time I list a boon that I want, we're not offered it. Like I said, I wanted the Ares boon that makes it so... Oh, pardon, I'm gonna sneeze. Damn it, that's on recording. Pardon me. Oops. Well, that just kind of reset my brain. Anyway, when I said I wanted the boon from Ares that makes it so our Doom damage takes longer to activate but does more damage when it hits, we haven't seen that either. So I specifically said I want those two boons, the Athena special and the Ares Doom buff. and we haven't seen either. I feel like this game is like actively spiting us just to like balance out the luck stat that we shared between this and last run, I guess. But genuinely, like, if you could do that, if you could trade good luck on this run for really bad luck on the next run, I think that would be an interesting mechanic in a roguelite. Alright, we will take the 30 extra damage on our Doom damage. Heck yeah. Okay.
Got some zest.
Or hammer. Let's take this hammer so it stops trying to be offered, and then that'll hopefully keep our major boons more likely to be god boons. I really did not need to dash into that enemy and take the hit there, but I chose to because I am dumb. But probably the simplest way to deal with these flame wheels is to dash through barriers, and then they just glide into those barriers and self-destruct. Their self-preservation, I mean, the way they attack is kind of obvious. Their self-preservation instincts are not really that impressive. Chariots with armor on a melee build, my favorite. Alright, you guys, come in and bash into these barriers. I just got hit by the egg. It's a good thing I'm not running the you take increased damage from traps, because those eggs, when they hit you with that what is it? Not tight security, heightened, I don't remember. But the one that increases trap damage by 400%, it makes it so the eggs do like 75 a hit, which is insane.
My Chaos Boon switched to a new effect.
Alright, Dash Strike deals damage 50% damage, or Dash Strike deals an extra 50% damage in larger areas. Sounds great. Ferocious Guard would be good, but I haven't been blocking anything, and I'm definitely not taking Breaching Rush because it's not that great.
Let's see how this goes.
A Zeus and Demeter Trial.
Security.
I guess I'll take that because...
Let's make this quick.
Mostly, like I said before, a Zeus Jolted Boon would be pretty nice for our cast, just to do a little bit more damage and get status privilege more reliably. Like we have seen so little of Athena, we don't even have her debuff yet, or her curse yet. It's rather frustrating, honestly. Oh well.
There. Satisfied?
No, not yet. Alright, coin. Yep, so let's head into the trial. There's a chance I'll take a bit of damage here, but it's okay for me. Who do I take first, Zeus or Demeter? I think Zeus is a little bit easier to deal with, potentially. Demeter, I just have to stay out of her AoE. Do we get Jolted? Oh, we actually got something. Hooray, Kiwi. The lowest level of Jolted, but Jolted nonetheless is always good.
I don't recall if I yet warned against this type of attitude. Although it doesn't matter either way.
I feel like you've warned us against this sort of attitude many times, Demeter. Alright, so she's going to toss her little AoE there, which means we're safe to DPS these archers pretty well. It seems like where she tossed her little whirlwinds of death are random, which is good, because it means I don't have to like specifically try to avoid an area just for the sake of them not being in my way when I go to kill the enemies that are spawning in. I think I reflected that arrow into the archer there. Alright, this is a little bit of an inconvenient location. That maintains that position, unfortunately. Archers are really scary at high heat. They attack really fast, but more importantly, it's hard to be able to kill them in a timely manner while also dealing with all the other enemies on the screen.
Remember next time, Zagreus, that on my whim I can take everything from you.
I'd like to see you try a crunchy old winter lady. Brought that back from the grave, didn't I? We will take Ravenous Will. Less damage received and more damage dealt is always welcome. And hey, Harpy Feather Duster has definitely given us a fair bit of HP. I don't think I really want more HP. I like more max HP, so I'll take the coin here. Mainly because if it sets us up with the option of purchasing a boon that we need later on, I think it's worth it. It's very much worth it. Ooh, what's that frame drop there? Not a fan of that. I really do need to... I wish there was like a little sound effect to indicate when my cast is back up. I know that would get very annoying very quickly, so I'm fine without it for the sake of people listening. But for my personal play, I wouldn't mind it. At least I say that without knowing full well what it would be like. So it could be awful, and maybe I would regret saying that. Ouch. Alright, took some unfortunately unnecessary hits there. Shielders are a pain. it's hard to hit them from behind while I'm also dealing with everything else. And they are, I was complaining about the archers. I think they are by far my least favorite enemy when it comes to high heat runs, because they, their attacks come out so fast and they turn around when you're running forced overtime, of course. We're gonna take the shop here because Zeus, as fun as he might be, he's not.
Wasn't me.
Zeus. Come on now, Zeus. I'm not even gonna buy him. I'm being spiteful right now. If he can show his godly spite, I can show mine.
He returns.
Yes, he does.
Let us destroy him quickly, King. Or perhaps slowly.
Stop making fun of me. I know I haven't gotten my full build yet. Alright, so I'm gonna bet that we're not gonna see Merciful End on this run, but I'm also going to bet we're not gonna see another Athena rune in Styx, because it would just be really sad and funny if that were the case. And you know what? This game likes to make us feel sad and funny. You have no style, you have no grace. This Zagreus has a funny face. You're weak. I'm doing fine. I don't even know what I deflected, but apparently I did deflect something there. Just gonna chase around Theseus for a little bit there. Alright, Kiwi, so let us see. Are we gonna go this entire run without a special boon is really the question. I think if we are offered Zeus, we take his special in the saddest, like, most defeated way possible. Just so that we get something on the special to make it do something other than base damage for this run.
We shall thwart your each and every trespass of Elysium.
But maybe I just commit, like if I'm not offered the Athena special by the end of this run, maybe I just commit to the bit and say, okay, no special boon this entire run. This is a weird thing that is happening on screen right now. Okay. We were just kind of like sliding along behind him and gradually dealing damage. Oh. Well, I guess that's what I get for standing in front of a motorized vehicle. Or actually, I guess does it actually have a motor? That's the question here. That was an entirely unnecessary series of damage, though.
Lady Aphrodite, I invoke your aid.
I know she'd be really offended if I said this out loud, but I completely forgot Aphrodite was a thing in this game for a moment. I'm like, who is this? Oh dear. Cool. Now imagine if we had Athena's special here. We would be able to just reflect that projectile he's launching at us immediately.
I shall return.
And so will I. In the next run, I suppose.
What a loudmouth. I'll just help myself.
Alright, my good shade.
There's my shade.
There's my shade. Well, alright, Kiwi, place your bets.
You forced me to send Cerberus ahead again.
I think it's well within the purview of expectation that we are not getting a Merciful End this run. But place your bets. Are we going to get Athena at all? And are we going to get her special? I think what I'm going to do I have a call yet? I don't. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the Sigil of the Dead. And the reason for that is it fills our call with Hades' call. And the reason I'm going to do that is because it means there will be one less boon potentially offered to us from any of the gods we see. Now, if it was the Zeus call, I'm going to regret that decision. But in every other instance, I think it's better that I do that. So here's what we're going to do. If we see Athena in the shop, we buy her immediately, assuming we see Ares in the list of gods we could see, or in the Styx chambers. If we don't, then maybe we save up for the Titan blood like usual. Kind of them to give at least a little pittance of coin. Zeus, Zeus, double Zeus. Okay. Moment of truth. Let's get this fish first. Moment of truth. Do we see any Athena whatsoever?
Now.
Because I'm going to be so... This run is... Yeah, this run is so scuffed. Okay, one Athena, no Ares. So Merciful End is completely off the table here. But we do have a chance of getting Athena's special, and it is extremely likely that we will get her special because there really aren't many things she can offer us, because we have none of her. We need things for her tier 2s to activate off of. And we don't really have a good way of getting any duos. Well, I guess we could potentially get her Zeus duo, I suppose. Actually, we can't, because I think it affects Phalanx Shot. We should do a Phalanx Shot run. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do an Aspect of Poseidon run and take Phalanx Shot, because we have never gotten, I don't think we've ever gotten the duo that upgrades Phalanx Shot. And then on top of that, I mean, I've just never really been a fan of the boon. And I would love to actually see it be decent and how it could be used effectively. Well, that's a thought for another run. Maybe next time we get the sword, I'll try that. Seems like it could be fun, or at least it could be adequate. I don't know, I feel like my general opinion at this time on Phalanx Shot is it is underwhelming and not terribly impressive, but maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe it is actually really good and I just don't know the truth of it. Like, in terms of who I think has the weakest cast, and this is very situational, mind you, I feel like Aphrodite's cast is the most, like, potentially bad most consistently, and the reason for that is because it needs to be so close range to use effectively, even with Blown Kiss, which upgrades its range. I think it's called Blown Kiss. All right, lowest degree of special, but special nonetheless. There we go. We finally got AtHeNa'S special boon. Too little, too late. So let's go ahead and take this Zeus boon next. If we get a 2-chamber 6, it means we won't have to deal with any... Whoops, got poisoned. It means we won't have to deal with any mini-boss here. If we get more than a 2-chamber 6, well, I think we're fine dealing with the mini-boss anyway. A shame that we're not going to get to see Merciful End. I'll have to try this build again and maybe get a little bit better RNG than what I was offered this run. Again, it's kind of, everything's balancing itself out. Why don't we take... Nah, I'll save my coin. That's half of a boon out in the shop, so I'd rather just have it. I don't think the rarity of whatever Zeus is going to offer us at this point is going to matter terribly much. But man, we had real bad RNG. This is an episode of balancing, if there ever was one. I'm enjoying this. We've gotten a lot to upgrade our attack, though, all things considered, so the damage is pretty decent. See, now we don't have to fight a mini-boss. Excellent.
Nephew, by my divine authority, my oft misunderstood son, Ares, now shall lend you a small token of his power. I'll make him helpful yet.
I don't think we have yet to get Zeus's duo with Ares, so this will be a nice little check mark on the prophecy list, I suppose.
It shall be exactly as you say, Lord Father. Your wishes are identical to mine.
So the way their duo works is your revenge effects sometimes occur without taking damage every 3 seconds, which is pretty funny. You could go like a revenge boon only build around this, and maybe go like the aspect of Arthur to have even further damage reduction and just be like as tanky as possible. But yeah, we'll take this. Vengeful Mood.
The Thunder God's might.
Now we are 77 coins short of being able to afford this diamond, and I think I would like to get it if I could. So I'm gonna take this extra chamber. We'll take the HP. No, it doesn't hurt to be a little bit tankier going into this. Not that we really need to, but I want to afford that diamond. I don't really care about getting those Zeus boons and the palms or whatever. So yeah, now we should be in theory able to afford the diamond after this, because all we need are like 2 more gold pots or a couple enemies to drop some amount of coin and we're fine.
Not now.
My brain just had a weird thought, and I know it's not possible, but it would be cool if it was an option. Imagine if you could get a Doom proccing effect as like a tier 2 on your cast, and then you took like Zeus's cast, got that tier 2 boon on it, and then it just bounces to everyone and they all just take Doom damage. That would be a really fun kind of like wacky synergy. I wonder if anyone's ever made like a mod around that, like, because I know there are a lot of Hades mods. There's like a mod that makes, I think, extra gods appear. Like I know Apollo is in it. I think that was the big one that they added just to give us like a 9th, I think it's a 9th god of like the core boons, mind you. I could be mistaken, but either way, it would be, I would enjoy, I definitely think before I completely call my playthrough of Hades done, we're going to explore at least a couple mods. The one I'm definitely eyeballing is Endless Mode. That looks like so much potential fun. honestly. And as the name implies, every time you clear a run, you restart the run. The enemies get a little bit stronger, but you also like keep your boons. So it looks really fun, and I bet there are some really fun, like, make this run spiral out of control, really strong sort of builds that you could get from that. Like, imagine if you were able to stack 100% crit chance through Artemis doing that.
No use.
Let's see. Nothing here I particularly wish to buy, but we did get our 1,000 coins. So let's go buy our diamond
Check the passageways before I leave.
and head out to Hades.
After deliberating briefly, Cerberus concludes that yes, he shall accept the sack.
This definitely feels like a run where I'm going to be spiteful in the title about how stingy Athena was with her special. Just title it, "We're going to take Athena's special today." Just be as spiteful as possible about it.
No matter how quickly you're able to get here, I shall be waiting.
Because you get to take the express elevator, I guess. Alright, well, in typical fashion, we have... Oh, I forgot we lost the Death Defiance to Theseus. Oops. That's fine. On the bright side, we get to use his keepsake against him, and it's always funny when that happens. Alright, there's his first phase. Kill his friends as soon as possible. Oh, great, he summoned a, one of the, what are they, Void Stones? I forget what they're actually called. You can darkness at this game, Hades.
Oh, shut up.
He mad. Yeah, we can definitely feel our lack of damage here when we're trying to fully DPS on Hades. Now there is a pretty optimal strat where you can do this. Block damage and keep going with Blitz Sticks over and over again while kind of blocking things with Shield Bash. I haven't quite figured out the timing of things, but if you keep him in the corner there, it's so easy to just get away without taking any damage from him. Oop. Trying to get rid of his minions, not that I really need to. They just, I have a lot harder time processing what's going on when there are a bunch of enemies around bosses. It doesn't seem to be nearly as bad when I am playing the main rooms. Father, boy!
There.
You know, I find it funny because I think Kratos from God of War was very popularly famed for saying boy over and over again to his son. Meanwhile, Hades was doing it years prior. I'm pretty sure this game came out well before God of War. Ragnarok or whatever, the kind of the remake re-release sort of thing. I don't know what I would call it. But I mean, if he's just gonna let us wail on him for free, we'll gladly do it. Alright, so let's see if I can practice this a little bit. Or he's just gonna say, nope, have lasers. I couldn't get it. I was gonna try and angle it into him, but alright, fine. Hades, can we cooperate? Hades. Why are none of the gods cooperative? I guess I should know. I've read enough Greek mythology to know. Oh, is that for a fancy dodge? Oh, he's using his lasers. I'm gonna just go ahead and say I don't care about damage. Bye.
I'm right here.
Those are some. I don't actually know if you're invulnerable to damage here or not. He doesn't know where we are, and I think that bugged his. He didn't try to spiral his attacks or his lasers because he didn't know where we were. We went invisible in time. I couldn't destroy it in time. Well, we're mostly just playing around at this point. Oh, I walked into that. Oops, whatever. We're done. We're done. We did it. What a mess of a run. It was fine, but...
You tell no one at the house. Do you hear me?
Oh, I assure you, Hades, I don't need to tell them. Everyone already knows. I've done this so many times now. 60 wins on one save file, for that matter, I believe.
In the name of Hades.
Yeah, that was our official 60th clear and our 28th on the win streak. Well, it really doesn't feel like we did anything this run. I feel like, you know what? You know what we need to do here? I'm going to demonstrate my spite in the purest way possible. That's it. No other boons were taken. No other boons necessary. Just Divine Flourish. Now, is there... Go away. How do I take you off? Whatever. There we go. Divine Flourish. That's all that's going to be on the win streak there. Or on the win slate there. That is my spite. That is my godly spite.
As he explores the wonders of the world, Prince Zagreus discovers a quaint farm in which he carelessly trespasses, stepping on a farming tool which swoops up and strikes him in the forehead, fatally.
Oh, damn it!
Given how popular this game is, I'm sure there is a lot of fan art out there, but I would love to see some fan art of every canonical death that Zagreus has at the end of a run, particularly that one, because it just sounds so funny to me.
Time, Father.
Hooray!
Hooray indeed.
Oh, hey, this might be a little weird, but thanks. I mean, you talked to AtHeNa'S about me, right? At first, I thought he was acting funny, but he has definitely been a lot nicer to me lately.
Come on, Hypnos, I didn't have anything to do with that. You seem like you've been working extra hard and taking some of the feedback you've been getting to heart. I think AtHeNa'S really appreciates that sort of thing. Who doesn't?
I don't know, but I really appreciate that you went out of your way. I mean, I just stand here and greet and register the dead, but you're a real friend.
Oh, thanks, Hypnos.
Oh, cool. We have unlocked the ability to give him some ambrosia. Let's do it. Let's forge those bonds.
Wanted to say you have really helped the thought of my coming back here time after time, painful death by death, not be inherently abhorrent. Your greetings really help, so I wanted you to have this.
Aw.
But wait, it's ambrosia. You're not supposed to have this here. We could both get in a lot of trouble, and I mean a lot, if they catch us in the middle of this totally forbidden exchange.
Which you are very happy to indulge in, I'm sure, Hypnos. I know you.
I noticed that you haven't yet returned the bottle to me, which I'm going to take as an indication that you're going to hang on to it.
Oh, you bet.
I love Hypnos. He's so funny. All right, AtHeNa'S, new dialogue. Let's see.
I can hardly believe it. Hypnos finally came out on top, huh? Even Father seemed pleased with him. It's more than I get.
You know, I didn't realize this, but yeah, Hypnos was on the employee of the whatever it is, the model employee portrait in the lounge. That's cool. That's like a subtle touch that I didn't even recognize, but I'm very happy that they do that when you get him to do his job. That's cool.
I can hardly believe it either, Zagreus. But then again, he's one of Mother Nyx's offspring, so we shouldn't be so surprised. Though I have to thank you for talking to me about him a while back.
Oh, that. I noticed you two getting along better recently. So what's your secret?
He loves lists. Doesn't do well with subtlety so much, but spell things out for him and he will get right on it. Long as he's awake, at least. He's still working on that part.
Well, that is Hypnos, the sleep incarnate. But that's really cool. Okay, so they Hypnos is the sort that just needs a good list to help him be directed. I can certainly sympathize with that. Kiwi and I live on a to-do list.
Who doesn't have room for improvement, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Well said.
I need your help with something, lad. As I'm about to risk it all, I think. Will you hear me out?
Absolutely. Let's do this.
Of course, sir. What is it? I'm listening.
The pact I signed with your father. It must be buried somewhere down in the administrative chamber there. I dared not ask that you locate it. Out of fear that tampering with it would only make things worse, except
that fear is for the weak, Achilles, sir.
Indeed. Besides, your father has been more abiding than I expected with how you were able to nullify the terms for Orpheus and Sisyphus alike, so perhaps my case isn't a lost cause yet.
I don't think it is.
I'll speak with Nyx about it the next chance I get. And I'll be careful, sir. I promise you.
I'm going to assume that I'm not going to get that dialogue with Nyx this episode, but probably the next, probably the next one if she is around.
I hope your last assignment turned out well.
Let me know if you need anything.
The ever-faithful Cerberus remains resting steadfastly in his spot.
Bye for now.
No, pets first, then bye.
This place, do you, boy?
rest yourself if need be, though the underworld is ready when you are.
I hear Orpheus playing Farewell. The acoustic version, or the lyricless version, but still. Cool. Alright, broker. Nope. Ooh, 1 diamond for 100 gems. I think I will take that.
I'll take that diamond.
Because eventually those diamonds translate into Titan Blood if I don't have any other use for them.
The best boy.
He is officially the best boy and will always be unofficially the best boy too. Got some gems and a key from that trade-in with the chef. Nothing in Persephone's garden, I presume. Nope. Alright, Nyx, do you have dialogue about Achilles for us?
Nyx, you've known Megara practically forever. Well, before my time at least. So could you tell me more about what she was like back then?
Clearly not.
I am pleased to see the two of you on better terms of late. Megara always was as she appears. Dutiful and quite particular. Thoughtful and dependable. Respectful.
Respectful. Definitely.
Alright, Orpheus. Let's pick a new song. Let's pick... Oh, you're gonna start singing? Never mind. Well, I've already paused in the middle of the episode just to listen to one song. I shouldn't do it with another, right? Just to kind of wreck the pacing. Let's move along. Debts to be paid. I can play too. Nope, I can't. Okay. Zagreus is not very good at the instrument, but that's what practice is for. You get better the more you play.
Let's chat more better, boyo.
Alright. Ooh, okay. A bow run. We have not had a good bow run in a while. Wait, we still haven't fully upgraded Rama? Alright. I was in the mood for a Rama run. I'm gonna be right back. Let's go waste a whole lot of Ambrosia for the sake of getting Rama upgraded. And I know this may not be the best use of Ambrosia. I could be upgrading my Chthonic keepsakes. But allow me to humor myself with...
Give me the Titan blood.
Let's see, we need 4 and then 5, I think. So I'll stack up to 11 here. There we go.
That Titan blood.
We're gonna fully upgrade Rama. We're gonna take that for that. I think I've made this clear. Rama is both my favorite weapon and probably my strongest. Although I'd say Aspect of Hestia is probably second to it at this point.
The pure essence of celestial.
Oh, I'm dumb. Oh well, we've got 8 extra Titan blood, but this is fine.
Rama.
So 60% of our attack damage is shared between all enemies that are hit by my special, which is pretty wild. That is a lot of extra damage. It is such a strong weapon. And with all that said, Kiwi, that's what we're going to run in the next episode. What am I going to run on it? I don't actually know, but we'll see. With all that said though, Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're asleep, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Good as new.